let's get into what might be the biggest thing about this offseason. You can't escape the picture that is the defensive edge position for the Lions. We know Aidan Hutchinson and everything he brings. We've seen a lot of his offseason workouts and sort of things progressing with his rehab. So you got to feel good about him coming back and should be full steam as we get towards the start of the season. But the question is, what is opposite of Aidan Hutchinson? They went out and re-signed Davenport on the team-friendly deal. We know they have Pascal. They just re-signed El Kadim Muhammad. So, I mean, they're adding those depth pieces in so they can kind of build behind them. Mitchell Agudi, Nate Lynn. I mean, so there's guys there behind them. But ultimately, the question is, what do they do on the opposite of Hutch? Is Davenport what the plan is, or do you think there's still moves to be made?
I don't know about free agency, but I when you're looking at this, doesn't this stand out? You know, when we're looking at every single signing that we have, even if it's something that we need, because we do have to roster 53 guys.
Mm-hmm.
But every time it's a sign, it's a cornerback. Oh, can you rush the passer? It's like, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. This is the room that needs a lot of attention. We got to put some attention into this room. That they could be bringing somebody in. You could bring in a Von Miller. You could. There are a couple of options that are out there that may not be the greatest in the world, but it'd be better than Davenport.
Yeah.
And I think that when you're looking at a guy like Muhammad and Pascal, I think the regime and the coaches feel a lot better about Pascal than maybe the general public does. Yeah, we got a draft here. This is I think this is the high priority. This is, I mean, maybe even a move up in the first round type of move to find the future on the other side of Aidan Hutchinson.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think the free agent thing was a bust in some people's eyes, but what we talked about at the beginning of the video was the plan and what Brad Holmes' strategy is. And I think you're right. I think ultimately they go to the draft and maybe make a move in the first round, maybe pair a couple picks together. I mean, it's a bigger discussion we'll have down the road as we get towards mock draft season and the actual draft itself. But yeah, I think this is something that is the ultimate bugaboo for the Lions. Can they get somebody to help sustain the pass rush and give Aidan Hutchinson a running partner? And right now, I don't know if it is Marcus Davenport, and I don't know if that player's yet on the roster. So in my opinion, I think the draft is going to be a huge tell in what happens with this defensive line in 2025.